and welcome to Let's Talk About Meh. Ready, Set, Play. I'm here to give you the latest gaming news this week. This week was Gamescom, so there was lots of games to get through, and I'm just going to report on some of the ones that interested me and some that made me really excited for gaming this year and next. Get ready to hide from Michael Myers' Halloween. The game has been officially announced. Developed by Elphonic, this title is slated for a broad 2026 release and will be coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. I am a huge fan of Halloween. I'm a big avid lover of the movies, and I loved Elphonic's last game, which was Friday the 13th. As janky as it was good fun, so I'm really excited about this one. Blood of the Dawnwalker. For fans of deep, narrative-driven role-playing games, Blood of the Dawnwalker is shaping up to be a true sandbox experience. The developers at Rebel Wolves, made up of the Witcher 3 veterans, have confirmed the game's quests can be completed in any order or even skipped entirely. But why would you do that? They've also given us a glimpse of its new camera perspective and blood hunger mechanic. Look for this medieval vampire role-playing game in 2026. I am really excited for this one because I think it looks cool. The aspect of being able to play the game as either human or vampire. I'm really excited about that one. Capcom is bringing back the horror with Resident Evil Requiem. The latest mainline entry in the survival horror series is set for a release on February 27th, 2026. I've avoided watching too much of this because I am a huge Resident Evil fan and I don't want anything spoiled for me, but I am so excited for this game, especially because it returns to Raccoon City. The Talking Guns are back. High on Life 2 from Squanch Games has an official release date, February 13th, 2026. The sequel will be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S and will be a Day 1 Game Pass title. New cast members include Ralph Ineson as the new boss character Sheath. I loved the first High on Life. I thought it was very, very funny, but I'm biased because I am a huge Rick and Morty fan. I'm also excited about this one. I think it's going to be just as good. Team Jade revealed their new tactical shooter, Project Spectrum, at Gamescom Opening Night Live. This free-to-play asymmetrical shooter blends tactical gameplay with a survival horror mystery where players must manage their sanity and confront powerful enemies known as executioners. The game is being developed for PC. I was excited for this one until I found out that it was free-to-play. I'm always dubious of asymmetric multiplayers with free-to-play aspects because usually the servers go offline, which sucks, so you only get so much life out of it, and it lives and dies on its own community. Sucker Punch Productions has a surprise for fans of their upcoming game, Ghost of Yotei. They've announced a free DLC for all owners of the game called Ghost of Yotei Legends, a cooperative multiplayer mode with 2-player story missions and 4-player survival matches. The DLC is coming in 2026 and the main game itself is set to release on October 2nd, 2025. I am so hyped for this game. I am a huge Ghost of Tsushima fan and this just looks to be more goodness, all the goodness. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. The next installment in the Call of Duty franchise is now available for pre-order. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is set for release on November 14th, 2025. Pre-orders come with early access to the open beta, which begins on October 2nd. But why would you? Because Battlefield 6 is coming out soon. Call of Duty just seems to have gone slightly off the deep end these days. The new melee-focused action game Absalom has a release date. You can get your hands on this title on October 9th, 2025 for both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The game blends melee combat with spells, counters, and upgradable abilities. LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. A new LEGO game is coming to Gotham. LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight was revealed at Gamescom and it's set to be an open-world adventure spanning the hero's entire 86-year history. The game is slated for a 2026 release and will be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. This one I am absolutely grabbing the moment it comes out because I am a huge Batman fan and LEGO Batman 2 was awesome. It's been long overdue and I love the fact that this game looks like it melds every aspect of nearly every universe of Batman into one fun LEGO adventure. What could possibly go wrong? Atari is partnering with developer Fabraz to bring back the infamous Bobcat and Bubsy 4D. The game will be coming to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 with more information on its release date coming soon. Who thought this one up? Bubsy 3D should have been the end, but I I do have a soft spot for the original Bubsies on the Sega Mega Drives. I used to play them when I was a kid, so I probably won't be picking this one up because, to be fair, it didn't look very good in the trailers, although he was still quite funny, if not slightly Ryan Reynolds-ish. Get ready for some futuristic action in Seoul. Cinder City is a new title that puts you in the boots of a futuristic knight battling through a post-apocalyptic version of the city. The game is set for a 2026 release on PC and consoles, and I think this one looks awesome. It had zombies, it had monsters, it had what looked like cyber exosuits, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I do believe it was plugging the new NVIDIA graphics cards quite heavily on it as well, and it looks like you're going to need some heavy duty machinery to play this one on PC. Bloober Team, the developers behind the Silent Hill 2 remake, have a new horror game on the way. Chronos: The New Dawn is described as a mix of Silent Hill, Dead Space and Bloodborne, and is set to release this September. It looks spooky, it looks good, and Bloober Team did do a really good job of the Silent Hill 2 remake, although they've got a bit of a shaky track record when it comes to their own games. Looking at you, the medium. Flip, trick and grind your way through a Japanese dystopia in Densha Attack. This fast-paced action game from Undercoders is all about mastering your custom train to take back the tracks from a shady corporation. Look for this off-the-rails ride in 2026. This game looks absolutely like a fever dream, but a lot of fun. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe are back in a new 2D brawler. Dungeon Pearl of Destruction was revealed at Gamescom and is being developed by Bitmap Bureau. The game, inspired by the 80s animated classic, will be coming in 2026 to PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And it looks awesome. I love me some 2D beat-em-ups, and I love me some Masters of the Universe. The horror master himself, John Carpenter, is lending his name, and hopefully a soundtrack, to a new co-op shooter. Toxic Commando revealed new gameplay footage and announced an early 2026 release window for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Again, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. I love John Carpenter, I love John Carpenter's music, and this game looks awesome. I was really worried about it because it looked like it was dead for a while, but I'm glad to see there's more information, and it's coming in 2026. For a different kind of post-apocalyptic adventure, check out Long Gone. Revealed at Gamescom, this 3D pixel narrative adventure from Hellfort Games has no traditional combat, focusing instead on environmental puzzles and a quiet, melancholic story. Told through relics of a lost world, the game has already surpassed 100,000 wish lists on Steam. I thought it looked really good. It really caught my eye. The art style had a bit of a humour to it as well, which I thought was quite good, but I'm looking forward to this one. The shopkeeping dungeon crawler is back with a sequel. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is making the jump to 3D and has an early access release date of October 23rd, 2025. I really enjoyed Moonlighter 1 and just hope this is more of the same. It's an interesting new art direction going full 3D instead of 2D pixel art, but I'm here for it. The atmospheric sci-fi horror game Routine finally has a release window. The game, set on an abandoned lunar base, will launch in 2025 on Steam and for Xbox platforms as a Day 1 Game Pass title. It looks suitably creepy. I am interested in this one. Had that kind of Outlast vibe about it. Konami is returning to the roots of horror with Silent Hill F. The 8th mainline game in the franchise is a survival horror title developed by Neobards Entertainment and is set to release on September 25th, 2025. I am excited for it, but I'm a little bit skeptical. The more I see of it, the more I'm getting a little bit iffy on it. It's released on September 25th, 2025 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. The sequel to Obsidian Entertainment's beloved role-playing game is getting bigger. The Outer Worlds 2 has a 2025 release date and will feature a larger budget, a true reactive role-playing game experience, and the addition of a full third-person camera. Outer Worlds 1 was an absolutely fantastic game, just held back, I felt, by a small budget. So hopefully Outer Worlds 2 will knock it out of the park. Finally, after a long and troubled development, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is still on the way. The game is set to release in fall 2025 with a new developer, the Chinese Room, at the helm, promising to deliver a classic narrative role-playing game experience. This game has been in development hell. It's had multiple developers and I thought it was dead and gone. Now, I was surprised from this trailer to see that it's dual protagonists that are pre-made for you, but I'm okay. I'm going to give it a try. It's been through development hell. It's got to be good. It's got to be good with the amount of time this has been gestating. So here's hoping. Fingers crossed. Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 4 is back, and it's got a tentative release date of 2026. Something exciting for all you real-time strategy fans. For the Emperor. And that's a wrap for this edition of Let's Talk About Meh, Ready, Set, Play. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more gaming news.